A December chill is in the air coming off of Lake Erie, but folks here bundled up, ready for football at Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. That one complete downfield to Kirk. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A huge play there right off the bat. 66 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They begin this drive with Chubb.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at this Jaguar defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Watson now to throw.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew.
That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne
doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Browns 0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And it's 3rd and short.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Moore, the man in motion. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Watson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
2 1st downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go, son.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Hey, run!
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Put a man in motion left, Ridley.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
That was a nice run, a nice game there as they head towards the 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
64.
Now it's Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Alert.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
All right, let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Hey, I'm gun.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead.
McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Jaguars 28, Browns nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait until the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Watson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Justin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Browns nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. The return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Second down and a yard.
24!
They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8.
They'll try the air now with Watson.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. That one goes for 24 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Easy. Here we go. Hey, 2. Still.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Here we go.
Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Man in motion is Agnew. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Handoff comes to Chubb. And some room to run. There he goes, right side.
Nick Chubb.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
35. Browns 14.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they've practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable for Grant. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. From the red zone now, Watson. That pass complete to Moore. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now ETN to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here is 3rd and 5.
11, Agate. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the rim.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player You have to know the situation.
13, Lou.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On third down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jaguar first down.
Hey.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a game where